That match itself, you had to fight to the finish there. Madeline Gorman-Shore, one for the future for sure.
Yeah, 100%. She's really young. I think she's 19 years old.
Yep.
She really gave me a good fight, but I think the fact that deep down I was so hungry to win, I didn't mind no matter what I had to do. I was grabbing a little bit in the second round, but sometimes you got to do stuff to make you win. So I think I should have won in the last round, but I thought, oh, let's entertain the crowd for the next one. So.
And talking of entertaining the crowd, the youngsters here loving it. A few souvenirs for them, but the souvenirs for you from this one, $70,000. You mentioned the pizza restaurant that you've already got. What's the name of it?
Yeah, it's the Scarlet Napitalian Pizza. No, sorry, Neapolitan Pizzeria. It's going to be in McCall. It's open in January, so if you want a world-class pizza slice, really, you should go there.
Well, we're looking for a pizza reaction in that one, Bianca, but a real slice of success for you. Lots more to come. We're now going to focus on the men's heavyweight division. It just remains to say congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to say a massive thank you for everyone at home who supported me. Say hi to my mum and dad and all my family at home. I know they'll be screaming at the TV, so.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, champ. Two-time champion Bianca Walton. And we're on to the men's heavyweight division. And we're going to be joined by the big man in the division from GB. Give us his expert analysis on this one. Kyo-don will go against Sajjad MARDANI. And here is Sajjad MARDANI, the Iranian, on the way into this one. A top class athlete, was in the final last time. And he's going for another final here. Kyo-don, the big man from Korea. And as we catch our breath from that wonderful moment there for Walton, she had to fight for it. We'll get a chance to get your analysis of Bianca's achievement at the end of this round. Obviously we have to give her due deference and respect to these two heavyweight men, so
absolutely.
Big matchup, last year's final, two fighters that you know well.
Absolutely, absolutely. These two are formidable fighters, and I think this year they have found the consistency. Sajjad had a period where it wasn't working as much, but Korea, he's been having a lot of success, and then this year I think Sajjad's been doing very, very well. So it's going to be a very close matchup, I believe.
We're certainly looking for that close matchup. Will be the two respective coaches in the corners. Fighters are ready. This is the final of the final day here in Wuxi. It's been a wonderful showcase for our sport. Kyo-don is in blue, the shorter of the two. Sajjad MARDANI from the Islamic Republic of Iran. He's the man in red. And it is, of course, contrasting styles. We know the back kick style of the man in blue, the flexibility of the Iranian.
Absolutely.
Good matchup.
Absolutely, it is. It is. Sajjad, he's got that crescent, which he calls the ego.
Wow.
So he lands it very well on his opponent. And Korea, he's very good at timing, movement, and very deceiving of how he takes his shots. He picks his moment as well. So it's a very good clash up between these two. And also don't forget we've got 5 rounds, and heavyweights tend to get tired very quickly. So this will be very interesting to see where it goes.
No question about it. The patience of the heavyweights can sometimes become passivity as we go towards the halfway stage. I haven't seen the eagle soaring yet from MARDANI, but you talked a little bit about Kyo-don's timing.
Yep.
You've been in there with him.
Yep.
He can hypnotise you with that movement.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes in Taekwondo, when you say we're trying to put your opponent to sleep, almost to make him believe nothing's going to happen, and he can easily surprise you, and he's very, very good at that. His work ethic is not as high as other athletes, but he's very effective at it, and he can sometimes just, he can just catch you out at any moment.
Speaking of moments, half a minute left in this first round. Swing and a miss with the back leg from MARDANI, a little bit low perhaps.
Yeah, that was a low shot there by MARDANI to the blind side, but didn't touch the body armor. So
that one boot to the leg makes the difference. Kyo-don more than happy to sit and wait and set up that back kick timing using the front leg again. Good chop kick.
Here's that ego that we was talking about. He's been very, very, very aggressive with it throughout the whole tournament. I've seen him when he fought against China before, and he just seems to be landing, and now he's been very aggressive here, which we all know Korea does not like at all. So this is very effective by Sajjad.
Yep, as you say, that effective aggression, and we've now got a chance, a little show of respect there. That aggression, and not that dissimilar to the way that Bianca Walton approached her match.
Absolutely, Bianca, you know, she's a world champion. She's been around, she knows the game, and you know, she's physically strong. And Maddie, you know, she's only 19 years old and only coming up, and I definitely think she's going to be a threat in this weight category. But when you come up against the likes of Bianca Walton, you know, she's been around the game, and as you can tell, her strength and physique is what powered her through to victory. So credit to Maddie. I believe with time, and if she keeps doing what she's doing under the guidance of the coach, I think she's definitely going to be a threat.
No question about it, one for the future, and also a super silver for the Colorado native. But here in the men's heavyweight division, well, it just shows you, you mentioned that big high technique that he's got, but the intensity there, Gamjons are crucial.
Absolutely, absolutely. It can definitely play an effect. We saw the matches just before. You know, Gamjon can take the game away from you. You could be winning. You can also lose the round by Gamjon as well. So yeah, it does play a big part.
Both men playing their part in this one. Round number 2. The best of 5. So first to 3. We know that Kyo-don's also got a very good little skip in that front leg as well. Keeps it hidden. Sajjad MARDANI just sinking down to the same height here.
Yeah, that's him faking. This is him calling an opponent to bring out an action and see what mistakes he makes, and he can take advantage from it. Not moving as much, very static, but it's more the body motion. The body motion just to let him know he's there whenever he's ready, or if he comes at him, he can just surprise him at any time, just like that with the front leg there. So it's almost just giving him something, but not too much.
Well, the expert analysis from Great Britain's Mahama Cho, the leading heavyweight light, and we of course will wonder who will be the leading light in this one. Last time, Kyo-don took the win. I'm sure he wouldn't mind another $70,000 just before Christmas. Or any time, that is. Speaking of time, halfway through the second.
It's becoming a waiting game. Sajjad knows that he's going to come at any moment. He's winning by a round, so he's not looking to give anything away here.
The only thing given away, as you say, not patience but passive. A couple of Gamjoms, and if you don't know Taekwondo, that's basically just an addition to your opponent because the referee thinks you're either running away or taking too long. This one just beginning to bubble under.
Oh, there we go from Korea. Just exactly what he was looking for an opportunity, waiting for a mistake to just happen, and Sajjad there just trying to land his ego but not being effective with it. So Korea he's just being very, very clever. You know, that right there is just textbook of how he can manipulate the distance and make you make that mistake, so he can just take absolute advantage, which he just did there. Sajjad being aggressive there as well. So yeah, it's very tactical from both of them, man. But at the moment, I think this round here, Korea has been very clever in his shots and he's being very successful.
Yeah, as you say, speaking of success, he goes out at the end of the second round there with the momentum. And just, you talked about it, textbook timing. It's easy to sit here and look at that, but to be, not just the physical part, but mentally to be that cool.
You know what, John? I think to have that, you have to be on the circuit quite a lot. You have to be fighting and being consistent on the mat. And the more consistency you get, this is the type of thing you can do in the ring. And obviously, Korea, he has that consistency. He's been going around in Grand Prix, winning medals, and he knows how to manipulate those timings and how to actually get his opponent out of his position. And he does it so effectively there.
As you say that, landed it effectively. The eagle hasn't quite found its claws yet though.
Korea is very aware of that leg. He knows that it can come at any moment, so he's trying his best to get that covered. But as we know, Sajjad, when he throws it, one of them is bound to hit, and he just needs to be very careful at that. And he's being very aggressive with it. So I think if he does that a little bit more throughout the round, you'll probably get a little bit more success with the height, and also the body could be a little bit more open.
Speaking of open, we are into the business end of this competition. The last fight here at the Wuxi Grand Slam. Sajjad MARDANI knows he has his work cut out. He's up against against a top-class fighter, and don't let the patience fool you. Both men 1 round on the board, and the momentum, the pendulum just swinging slightly towards Korea there in that last round. As Tariq Bin Radi says, come on lads, get on with it, we came here to fight, not to dance. That's at the gala later on. I think you're in the running for that prize as well, so.
Oh.
So here we go, distance at a premium, concentration crucial. Both heavyweights just taking their time.
Yeah, again, this is what we call Taekwondo. From time to time, it might be interesting, and sometimes this is the type of thing can happen here. Both players trying to test each other out, and don't really want to be giving anything away. And this is it's crucial right now because he knows that Korea can open up at any moment, and he knows that he can manipulate that distance, so he's very aware of that. But I think towards the end, Sajjad probably might come out just a little bit stronger, as we know that he loves to do.
Yep, no question, that patience pushing them into the latter stages of this third round. No man deciding to go for it here, but a wise man says only fools rush in. So neither committing. Back leg just pretending there from MARDANI, trying to draw something out from Kyo-don. Speaking of draws, well, the scoreboard says it all. Half a minute to go. To be that calm under that pressure. Both men bringing the power. And of course in the heavyweight division, one of the reasons you take your time, as you well know, you get knocked clean out with these guys.
Absolutely, absolutely, very much. You got to be careful. Got to be very, very careful. You know, one kick can end the game.
And at the end of the round, though, it's as we were. MARDANI, as you called it, tries to come forward. Couldn't find any room at the end.
Absolutely, MARDANI, that's his game. You know, he likes to be patient, takes his time, have a look at what's open. And he doesn't want to give much away, but we also know that when he's aggressive and he goes forward, that's where it's mostly open, and this is where Korea can take full advantage of.
And you've been in against both.
Yep.
What would you advise in either corner? Say I'm the coach now in the Korean corner, what am I saying?
I think with Korea, I think if he's gonna be patient, I think he needs to just fake a little bit more just to get him out of position. And also by the time when he's coming aggressive, this is where that his high section could be effective, because that's where it's mostly open. On the other hand, if Sajjad MARDANI just pushes it a little bit, the Korean athlete, just to fight a little bit, that's where he will be open as well, because he doesn't like to fight as much. He wants to pick his moment. So if Sajjad just cuts at him a little bit more, then you'll see some openings.
Because you're giving us the expert analysis in this Iranian coaching corner, what's he got to do to change it up?
I think if he just calls him out a little bit more, you know, just fake him out a little bit more for him to come at him and try to open up a little bit more, then he can probably get a little bit more success and maybe might just land his ego.
Well, here we go. Into the business end of the competition as a whole. That's the last fight, the penultimate round perhaps, both tied up at 1-1. Sajjad MARDANI, last year's silver medalist in Kyo-don. Well, an incredible comeback for him. It's public knowledge and he's happy to talk about it. That comeback from cancer, what an inspiration.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a story that I've read about, and yeah, it definitely moved me. And to be here at the world stage, showing people that he can battle through that and still be able to still be a champion and a role model to all of us, is very inspiring.
Yeah, of course, an illness that affects everyone. And of course, if you're watching, we wish you good health wherever you are. But the healthy lead for neither at the moment. 1 minute and 10 in this fourth round. Both men, just a basic repeat of last year's final.
Absolutely, it's just being very patient. No one wants to give anything away. Here we go. You know, Korea.
A low kick there.
A low kick by Sajjad, and I think the coach is going to card that.
Yeah, there was certainly the noise for the video replay card, but on we go into the closing stages of the fourth and crucial round. Sajjad MARDANI working for that headshot. Kyo-don covering up a little bit too much though. Referee lets it go. Both men flying feet here. Headshot to finish there.
There we go, that headshot. As we say, as Sajjad, when he comes forward, he's open. And when you're open at that, Korea can take full advantage, and that's what he's waiting for. He's not going to rush. He's going to take his time every single time. He's not going to give anything away, and he just waits for his opponent, and that's what he's good at. And I think, as we said at the beginning, it just almost puts the opponent to sleep. And when you think he's not going to do anything, it's mostly when you think you're mostly vulnerable, because if you go at him, he's just going to pick you off.
Yeah, and that has certainly been the game plan. In snooze mode for Kyo-don. Super shots when he needs it most. Of course, that effective aggression, that efficiency of movement has put him in prime position here. Sajjad MARDANI still has a chance. But Kyo-don, can he defend his title here? Well, we've just seen, if you've just joined us, Great Britain's Bianca Walton defended her crown. Lauren Williams, a maiden title for her, an amazing moment. But in terms of experience, both men know their way around. You only have to look at how much they're sweating to realise they're working for every single point. Every millimetre counts, every millisecond likewise. We're down to the business end now. Korea in blue, Iran in red. 2-1 in favour of Kyo-don, who tries that little fake again with the head. Tariq Benradi not waiting. Wants the Gamjons, wants them to fight here in this 5th round.
This is where both athletes are going to be a little bit tired. You know, this is where concentration can drop, and also, you know, lack of focus as well. So it can cost either one of them. But obviously, the main objective here is to stay focused, look for an opener, and trying to steal a game away from each other. There you go. Here's that back kick from Korea, which he loves to do. And that back kick alone has won him a lot of Grand Prix, and he's been very successful with it too. Just the timing and precision of it. Sometimes you think he has not hit you, but he just lands it perfectly well.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to land one here in this 5th and potentially final round. MARDANI needs something to get back into it, and he does underneath the guard there. Will the referee let it stand? And is he going to invalidate it? He's going to invalidate it. Now, the reigning coach deciding not to play the card.
I don't understand taking that point away from him. If it was low, we wouldn't score. So,
it's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm really confused about that one there. But there again, that's the beauty of our sport. You know, the referees can sometimes make decisions that we don't agree with, but we just have to get on with it.
Yeah, you've got to let it make or let it break, and this is the big break there for Kyo-don. Got away with one there for sure. But here we go. Tried to bring in a little Gamjon of his own there, MARDANI, with the kick to the leg. The referee not biting. Into the last 30 seconds of the 5th round. Kyo-don, a 2-1 lead in terms of rounds, a 2-1 lead in terms of points.
He's going to be looking for the back kick or high section here, because you know Sajjad's going to come at him. So he's going to block everything off, and Sajjad's going to come, and he might just pull it out. That's what he loves to do.
And he's working for it.
Oh, there we go.
Gamjon created by that head kick.
Absolutely. Are they going to steal it from each other, or is it? Oh, another one again.
It's so close there, but the eagle hasn't landed in this one.
No, it hasn't. Punch back, and he scores right towards the end. Gets the round.
Kyo-don cannot believe it.
Gets the round just at the end. Just at the end. What a round. What a round. Yeah. Now, John, what you got to know, we heavyweights, 5 rounds is a lot. It's absolutely a lot. So these players are doing absolutely everything to make sure that they don't give anything away. And you know, when you're tired, that's where you're most vulnerable. You can easily get knocked out. You can easily lose the game, and this is very crucial. So these guys are well experienced enough, and they know exactly what to do in this type of position.
Speaking of positions, we're finally poised now. Well, it's only befitting that the heavyweight men would drag it out into a 6th round. If 5 rounds isn't hard enough, let's have another one. And here we go. Golden score for the gold medal. The Grand Slam title at stake. A repeat of last year's final. Kyo-don took it last time, the Korean in blue. Sajjad MARDANI, the man from Iran. Here we go. Eyes down, looking. The heavyweight final. The last action here from the Grand Slam. Concentration so crucial. Sajjad MARDANI produced a punch to put himself into this moment. going for gold. Korea and the Islamic Republic of Iran, they circle each other, looking intently. Kyo-don, the man in blue, does have a good front leg. The referee does have a good look at the two of them.
Referee's been involved in this game all of us.
Tariq bin Radi, the presence in the middle, but who's got the presence of mind to find that score that they need? Of course, it's first to two. Any shot would do. Massive tension. Kyo-don goes forward. Sajjad MARDANI with the back leg turning kick on the counter. What a moment from the man from Iran. Awesome stuff there.
Really good. He fought his game, stuck to his strategy. He's been aggressive round, and he did everything possible just to bring the round back on his terms. What a brilliant athlete. Very composed there. Really happy for the man.
Muhammad Cho with the expert analysis, but the expert performance from Sajjad MARDANI just when he needed it most. Well, Mubarak Bashe, which means congratulations and Fazi. Well done to him. That's a top class win. Kyo-don was patient, he goes back with the silver medal, a reverse of last year. And obviously you guys are, you know, rivals on the mat and friends off it.
That's right.
You see what it means to him here.
Absolutely, it does. It means a lot to him. You know, Sajjad he has his ups and downs throughout the year, and you know he's been trying to get over injuries, and you know this really boosts him up, and I think this is what he wanted to finish the year off, knowing the fact that all his hard work has come together, and as you can see there, I think he's reflecting right now on the journey that he's been through to get to this position, so the belief is still going to be there for next season.
Absolutely, and we have spoken before about faith of various types, but the faith that he brings in the Iranian team, you know, reinforce. Massive.
Absolutely. You know, for them, it's the number one priority for them, and that's what pushes them through. He's been believing himself since day one, and you know, even through trials and tribulation, he does everything there. Just congratulating him. Well done, Sajjad. Well done, fantastic job. And just there, he just believes, and he's been working through that. And just today, I think he's probably the most happiest person to just finish the year on a high like that.
And speaking of finishing a year on a high like that, we're going to go into the medal presentations in a moment. Some reflections. Obviously, you had your own aspirations coming into this, as you talked about, coming out of it healthy, finishing strong.
Absolutely.
That's your personal. So let's have a little personal summary.
Absolutely. I think for me personally, it's been what I call a savage of a year. You know, we came off from an injury, a crucial injury, where some of us did not know whether we'd be able to come back. And but you know, like we said, I always believed in myself that I can always be able to do the work and get myself out as soon as possible. And then now that we've done the job, there's still a little bit more to do. And next year, I think it's going to probably be the crucial where we have to work a little bit more, get our legs a little bit more stronger, and just believe in the work ethic that we've been doing. And I think by next year, we're definitely going to be back on the mats again and stronger as ever.
And strong as ever as we see the conclusion there for Sajjad MARDANI. That's from your personal. What about as a collective event? This one is at the end of the calendar. We've seen some amazing matches.